Born in Iran, married in Canada, and having lived in Africa, Europe, and the U.S., our next guest is the epitome of sophistication and worldliness. However, her road to success was not an easy one. A study of her paintings and poetry will take you through her journey of self-realization. Mahvash Mossaed joins us now in studio. Thank you so much for coming on our show.
Thank you very much for having me. I was born and raised in Iran into a literary family. By the time that I was 18 years old, I was already a nationally known poet. So I had all these dreams, and I left Iran at 18 and I went to Canada. I met my husband in Montreal and I got married, had a son, and my husband was an architect and was working for United Nations, so that took us to a lot of different exotic places all over the world. We lived in, as you mentioned, Africa and Europe for many years, and these were all autobiographical paintings of my own daily life, whatever affected me. Mm-hmm. Soon these paintings were started to be exhibited in different museums and galleries, and they were collected by the collectors all over the world, and I was on the cover of magazines and periodicals to do with women. My paintings were there. Mm-hmm. And even though all that, but still, I think that so many aspects of mine had never grown. I felt like that I was still, the little girl in you had never grown. So I was very much at home. I felt that I was like a little blade of grass that wants to come out of the ground, but then a heavy boot steps on it and it can never come out by saying that no, you can't, you won't, it's not possible. It's a complete means of control. And I think that this happens probably to many women, or maybe a lot of people, that they give to something or someone and they forget themselves. Mm-hmm. And then one day you look in the mirror and you see that the mirror is full of fog and you can't even see who is behind on the other side. And it's a very, very terrible feeling when you see that you have lost yourself to something. And I wrote a book which was published and it's gone to second print, and for 4 years it's been selling all over the world, and it's called My Painted Dreams. And then I met Dennis Roberts, the producer of this film, and then I told him my stories and he was amazed, and he said, these stories should be told. People should know about these stories. And then we started making this documentary digital, and I wrote and I directed this film. The film went to New York Film Festival, and between 250 films, it got the Best Documentary Award.
What about a message for women? I know you said you had a message, but you wanted to get across before we go.
Oh my God, I have a message for women, and that's why I made this documentary, and that's why all my paintings is about women, and I have so much things that I want to tell women. It's like, I think that so many people, they ask, what is a veil? What is a black veil that women are wearing? And because the fact is that I'm coming from Middle East and I'm supposed to be wearing one of those. But then during all my experiences, I realized that the black veil is actually a woman's lack of self-confidence, low self-esteem, and fears and insecurities. And
you said earlier, if you're not using your self-confidence, it can go away.
I think it's like a muscle. If you don't use it, then you don't have it. So don't let anybody tell you that you can't. If anybody tell you can't, say no, I can.
Where can we find the documentary? Is it something that we can go and see?
The documentary is already been shown in New York Film Festival and in Los Angeles, and it is there's a 2-minute trailer of it in my website, mahvashmossaed.com, and it's going to be shown it's been shown in other film festivals, and the documentary just came out in May. So we are kind of brand new at it, and we are very excited. And
very interesting story, and your paintings are beautiful. We've been showing your paintings during this interview, and of course the documentary sounds very interesting. And thank you so much for coming on our show.